Hi, I'm Joan with Joni's Pretty Party Cakes, and I get some questions about some of the techniques I use on some of my cakes. So I'm going to be putting some fondant ribbon roses on this raspberry lemon tort, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So first you're going to want to start with a nice greased surface, and I've already colored my fondant yellow, so you can obviously use any color you like. And once I roll it out, I'm going to cut it with my pizza cutter. You should get it kind of thin, and probably want to roll it anywhere from 10 to 12 inches long, maybe about 6 inches wide. It really depends on the size of rose that you want. Once you see the technique, you'll understand a lot easier how big you should get it for the size of rose you want. Okay, and first we're going to cut like a nice square or rectangle, whichever you prefer. Okay, so then we'll cut this right down the middle. This will make 2 roses. This rolling pin doesn't want to hold still. Okay. We have our first piece. You're going to fold it in half like this. Now you're just going to want to pinch on the end here and roll it kind of in. Make sure the center goes down because you don't want to see that. Then you're going to kind of keep pinching at the bottom. Try to make it look a little natural by pleating it a bit. And you just keep rolling and pinching the bottom until you get your rose. And you can kind of fan it out any which way you prefer. And that's your rose. Now you have all this excess at the bottom. You can take a knife or your pizza cutter, cut it off, and we'll set it aside, let it dry a bit. And go with our second one. Fold it over. Fold this corner down and start rolling it up. Trying to give it that nice little pretty pleat. Not too much though. Okay, second one. And this, as you can see, this size rose, this is kind of the bigger one. And we'll set that one aside. Alright, I'm going to make some white ones now to go along with it. And we'll continue the same technique. I think white and yellow roses will look nice together, so continue to. And this particular type of flower, just about anybody can do this. Fondant's really fun to work with. It's pretty versatile. If you want your roses to harden a bit, you can add Gum-Tex powder to it, and that way they won't be so soft. But for this purpose, we needn't do that. And if your rose doesn't work out too well the first time, you just re-roll your fondant, try again. Once we finish this, I'm going to show you how to make the leaves to accompany it. It gives it that nice kind of contemporary and or whimsical look, which seems to be really popular with cakes right now. Okay, these are a bit smaller than the fondant out. And we're going to cut it into a square. Pizza cutter is so easy for this. but you can use a knife if you want. Alright. And you can also change the size depending on the size of flour you're using. So once we do that, we got our square. We're going to cut it into fourths. Now, take your first square, and what you're going to do is you're going to kind of pleat it and pinch it in the middle here. Get that nice and pinched there. Once you do that, you take a knife or your pizza cutter, cut it right down the middle, and you have a nice little leaf to go along with your fondant roses. And we're not going to need that many, but in case you do need that many, there's plenty, especially if you mess up. There's been known to happen. Okay. And if you do all of your squares, you can pick out the best leaves of the bunch to put on your cake. Squeeze it there. There we go. And also, I was mentioning before, if you wanted to add gum text to your fondant to harden up your roses a bit, same applies for the leaves here. We're not going to need this many leaves, but it's nice to have the option. Alright, and after we put these on our cake, we're going to airbrush them with some really pretty pearl shimmer, give it that extra oomph. Specific way to do this, you just kind of go with the best way you think looks good. So we're going to just place them like this. Probably add a nice little leaf in here. And you can rearrange them if you don't think it looks right, which I will do. Put some around the back here. Alright, so once you get your flowers and your leaves, whatever position you want, we're going to go over and airbrush some pearl shimmer onto it and give that little bit of extra shine. Alright, I'm doing my compressor. It's a little noisy. And I'm going to start up top with the roses. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. And we'll go around and do the rest of the cake. I just love the way the pearl shimmer makes the roses